The Battle of Ain Jalut was a significant historical battle that took place on September 3, 1260, between the Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt and the Mongol Empire. The battle occurred near the Ain Jalut Springs in modern-day Israel, and it is notable for being one of the few instances in history where the seemingly unstoppable Mongol advance was halted and defeated. The Mongol Empire, under the leadership of Hulagu Khan, had been expanding rapidly across Asia, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. In 1258, they captured and sacked Baghdad, dealing a severe blow to the Islamic world. Hulagu Khan's forces then moved into the Levant with the intention of further conquest. The Mamluk Sultanate, led by Sultan Qutuz and his general Baibars, stood in the path of the Mongols' advance. The Mamluks were a powerful force in Egypt and were known for their skilled cavalry and military tactics. In the Battle of Ain Jalut, the Mamluks employed various strategies to counter the Mongol threat. They utilized their mobility and knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. The Mamluks also employed a tactic of feigned retreat, drawing the Mongol forces deeper into the battlefield before launching a counterattack. During the battle, the Mamluks managed to isolate and defeat different segments of the Mongol army, utilizing their superior archery skills, maneuverability, and coordination. The Mongol forces, despite their reputation as fearsome warriors, were unable to adapt to the unfamiliar desert terrain and the tactics employed by the Mamluks. The battle culminated in a decisive victory for the Mamluks, and the Mongol advance into the Levant was effectively halted. This victory is often seen as a turning point in history, as it marked one of the first instances where the Mongols faced a significant defeat and were forced to retreat. The Battle of Ain Jalut holds importance beyond the military realm. It halted the Mongol advance into the heart of the Islamic world and preserved the cultural and political landscape of the region. The Mamluk victory also contributed to the preservation of the Abbasid Caliphate in Cairo, which continued to wield authority over Sunni Muslims. Overall, the Battle of Ain Jalut is remembered as a significant event in the Middle Ages and as a symbol of successful resistance against a seemingly invincible force. Certainly, here are some additional details and context about the Battle of Ain Jalut. Leadership: the Mamluk Sultanate was ruled by Sultan Qutuz at the time of the battle. However, Qutuz was later assassinated, and his general, Baibars, emerged as a prominent leader. Baibars is often credited with playing a crucial role in the Mamluk victory at Ain Jalut. Terrain advantage: the Mamluks chose the battlefield carefully, utilizing the rugged terrain to negate the Mongols' numerical superiority. The battle took place in a valley with the Ain Jalut Springs at its center, giving the Mamluks a water source while also creating difficult terrain for the Mongol cavalry. Mongol strategy: the Mongol forces were under the leadership of Kitbuqa, a seasoned general. However, the Mongol strategy at Ain Jalut was criticized by some historians. Kitbuqa did not adapt well to the desert environment, and his forces may have been stretched out too thinly, making them vulnerable to Mamluk tactics. Feigned retreat: one of the most famous aspects of the Mamluk tactics was their use of the feigned retreat strategy. This involved luring the Mongol cavalry into pursuing the retreating Mamluk forces, only to be ambushed by Mamluk reserves lying in wait. This strategy was effective in disrupting the Mongol formation and causing confusion. Mongol retreat and legacy: after their defeat at Ain Jalut, the Mongol forces retreated from the Levant, marking the first significant setback for the Mongol Empire's expansion. This battle demonstrated that the Mongols were not invincible and could be defeated through effective tactics and strategy. The Mongols' focus subsequently shifted away from the Middle East. Impact on history: the Mamluk victory at Ain Jalut is considered pivotal for several reasons. It halted the westward expansion of the Mongol Empire and prevented further devastation of the region. The battle preserved the Abbasid Caliphate in Egypt and the cultural heritage of